MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Okay, the tournament begins. 4 battles going on right now. Battles are pretty short, 50-minute time limit. Let's take a look at who's fighting who. So we got Matt, he's using Kador, and he's fighting Wes, and he's using Signar.
That's right.
We got Jamie. Jamie's got Crix. And Chris has Scorn.
Yes.
Craig has Menoth. And Ryan has Signar.
Yep. It's old.
Josh has Menoth.
Mouth, yep.
And Dallin has Circle of Orboros.
Alright, so we're at the end of our game here. I think Kador's going to win. What do you think, Wes?
Yeah.
So to finish it off, he has his Warcaster hiding behind 3 of his guys. So I'm going to do a trample attack. So you can watch how this works. It's my first time doing one. So first off, I allocated 3 focus to him. And so I'm going to use 1 focus to do a trample. Now if you do trample, it counts as your move and your attack, but you can still use other damage dice to do extra attacks. So what we're going to do is he moves up his full speed plus 3, so it'll be 7 inches. So he's going to end up right here. Now all 3 of these get a single attack from him, as if he was in melee with it. Strength is 12, melee attack is 5. So what's your defense on these guys? 13. 13. So 8 against him, nothing. Against him, I have to get 8 or higher, so he's dead. So the minimum I can roll is 14. And then against him, what's his defense? 14. So I have to get 9 or higher against him. Got him. Alright, so what's his armor?
16.
So it's a 12 against 16. So 3 damage. Then I'm going to spend a focus. I'm going to use his power 18 axe. And I'm going to spend another focus so that he actually hits him. So 5 against 14, I have to get 9 or higher. That's a critical, doesn't matter against the Warcaster. And it just has power 18 plus 2d6. What's your armor?
16.
So this plus 2 will be how much damage I do. Ooh, only 5 damage. That's it. So he trampled through it, killed 1 guy, and it did a total of 8 damage to him. No, not that exciting, but pretty cool at the same time. I'm happy. Well, good game, Wes. Yep. I try not to only have fun when I win. Sometimes when you lose, and you lose really bad, it's hard not to kind of be like, oh. I prefer games that are really close, where you're both down to like next to nothing, and it's just like 1 roll that changes it all. That's when you really have a lot of fun. Kind of like watching a hockey game where they win 6-1 or something. It's just like, all right, that's enough goals. Let's go home.
So here it is. Fiora beats Darius. And what happened was, when Darius moved up into here, Fiora was back here. She cast Engine of Destruction, which gives her a boost to speed, her melee attack, and her strength. And she charged in with full focus and laid waste. That was my last chance to do it because next turn, one of his arms systems were out, and the Avatar was in kind of a bad spot. He was going to get lots of attacks. So if she wouldn't have done that, next turn it would have been over.
So that won you the game?
Yep. Turn 1 we both ran at each other and didn't really do anything. Turn 2 he killed 1 of my jacks and I caused a little tiny bit of damage back. Turn 3 he killed another jack and I ran and tried to kill off his caster, but it didn't really quite work out for me, though it was close. And now he's exacting his revenge.
Lashing back my 5 from the Agonizer, leeching it back I should say. And then I'm going to spend 3 again. Cast that lash on her.
She has 16 or defense.
Are you serious? 16?
16.
I just got 15. I don't like you anymore.
I was 50 points down and I lost. I'm playing with a battle box and 1 blister with Horde, so that's only 300 points. It's a 350 point tournament. Wasn't expecting much. Second game, lost, but I think I did pretty good. Learned a lot about my armor.
Yeah.
Teleportation is fun.
Teleportation is fun?
Yeah. The 3 shifting stones, they can teleport models, they can recover damage, and they can just teleport. My Warcaster can also teleport either War Beast to her or herself to War Beast. So, yeah, that's pretty good.
Cool.
I personally didn't know that I was at a large advantage by having a full army list and he was only having 300 points. It happens. I kind of ran up, destroyed his units.
You won.
Yeah, I won. Menoth wins again, yes.
Yeah, casualties. They broke too.
Paint stripped and all.
I didn't really get to do any damage to his Warlock. Actually, when I charged, every single attack missed, so that wasn't very fun for me.
It's interesting. It's like when you win, but you don't really damage a whole lot, it's not a whole lot of fun.
Really. I kind of wish I destroyed a few more things.
He destroyed enough.
You lost, you had more fun teleporting. And then you won, you're like, oh, I didn't hit anything.
I was looking at yours when you said that.
Not like this.
That's
It's Metallica.
Okay, let the judging commence.
First off, I want to thank everybody for coming to our Warmachine extravaganza today. Hope everybody had fun. I know I did. Even with my fixed die, all fives. In the end, it came back to lose me the tournament. My guys would not stop burning. We have 4 prizes to give out. The prizes for all this will be the same. It's your choice of any blister of Warmachine or Hordes. The tournament winner gets one. The Hordes single, the Warmachine single, and the Army will all get one. You ready? The tournament was actually pretty close. There was 2 people who won all 3 of their games. And those 2 people were Craig and Josh. So they won all of their games, so obviously it's a tie between the 2 of them. One person got 3 more victory points than the other, so luckily that wasn't a tie. The person who got the most victory points in the last game was Josh. There we go, everybody clap.
thanks, Justin.
Yes, he won his game against Dallin and the Circle of Orbos, and then he won his second game against Wes with the Signar, and his third game against Chris with the Score. Now, moving on to the painting contest. It was a hard choice in some areas. I'm going to start with the Warmachine singles, because there's 6 entries there, minus 1.
Minus a half.
Yeah, so 5.5 entries, because this one's not done. But, you know, you should get points for just trying, but you don't here. Okay, the winner in this one. This was actually a hard choice for me because there was pretty much all 5 of them except the 5 that were painted were really good, and then there was 3 I was really looking at, and then there was 2 I was really looking at, and so the one I ultimately came down to, and I don't know if I have a little bias on this because I love the look of the army so much, is Jamie's Warmachine guy. His ghost, his wraith. I love the blending effects that he's done with it to just make it look like it's kind of apparating, that it's going in and out. So he is the winner of the Warmachine single. So everybody clap your hands. Okay, we'll do the Horde single next. It was between Justin's Horde from his Troll army and between Mike's, isn't Angelus, from the Legion army. The winner of this was Mike's. And they're in. Well, biased because it's just a really good paint job. And I love the blending he has on the wings, the 15 or 16 layers of paint that it took to do that. And just the whole look of it, even before it was painted, it was really neat looking mini. The time he put into the base and everything really helped it to stand out. So, round of applause to Mike for making a great... And last but not least, the armies. This was probably the hardest category to judge because when you see these armies painted and put together, they're actually quite a sight to see. And all of these are complete and they're all based, which, you know, it might sound funny, but when it comes down to it, a lot of times you get people entering that they don't have their models based or whatever, but these are all very, very well done. So I'm impressed by all of them. But the army that was ahead of all the rest was Craig's army, his Menoth army. So that is definitely the winner. Thank you, Craig. Awkward stare into the camera. So thank you again, everybody, for coming out. I hope that you had a good time.
Thanks for having me.